If you've reached midlife and something inside feels a little off, like your life still works, but you don't quite feel like yourself anymore, you are not alone. So many women spend years, decades even, caring for everyone else, their families, their homes, all the other responsibilities, and somewhere along the way, they slowly disappear from their own lives. In this video, I'm going to share 10 quiet signs that you may have lost yourself in midlife, often without even realizing it. And if you recognize yourself in some of these signs, I want you to know something very important. There's nothing wrong, sweetie. Hi there. I'm Michelle, and I help midlife women reconnect with themselves through small, gentle steps that rebuild self trust and bring them back into their own lives. And recognizing these signs is often the first step in returning to yourself. Because the truth is, most women don't lose themselves overnight. It happens slowly, little by little, through years and decades of being the dependable one, the caretaker for everyone else, the one that everyone relies on. And one day you realize you're still showing up for life, but you don't quite feel like you anymore. If that sounds familiar, here are the 10 signs that you may have lost yourself in midlife. And as you listen, just notice if any of these signs feel familiar for you. And be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the conversations that we have here. The first sign, you don't know what you want anymore. After years of prioritizing everyone else, it can feel strangely difficult to answer a simple question. What do I want? Your days may be full of all of the other responsibilities for everyone else in your world. And so your own desires, they are a thing in the distance, right? Sign two, your days are full, but you don't feel like you're a part of them. You're disconnected. Your life can look normal from the outside and you're doing all the things, but inside you feel like you're just going through the motions. You're just on autopilot rather than really fully living inside your life. Sign number three, everyone else's needs come first. You are incredibly good at noticing what everyone else needs. But when it comes to your own needs, they often fall to the way. They fall to the bottom of the list. Sometimes they even disappear completely. Sign number four, you feel tired in a way that rest does not fix. This kind of exhaustion isn't just physical. It is the kind of tired that comes from carrying the emotional responsibilities for such a long time without much support. Yes, you heard me, without much support. Sign number five, you don't recognize the woman that you used to be. You may look back at earlier versions or earlier seasons of your life and think, I used to feel more like myself when I did this or when I did that, right? Not better, not worse necessarily, just more present in your own life. You were a part of your life. Sign number six, you feel invisible, even in your own life. There might be people around all the time and you are present for every one of them, but you still feel invisible. Sometimes it feels like no one really sees the weight that you carry. And over time, you stop seeing it too. Sign number seven, you stopped doing things that once lit you up, right? We all have interests, hobbies. We have creativity that we like to express. But when we keep putting that to the back and let it quietly fade away, and it's not because there are things we didn't care about, but because life kept asking you to do this and do that, and you didn't do the things that brought you joy. So now you don't even know what they are anymore. Sign number eight, you feel guilty when you try to take time for yourself. Choosing yourself can feel uncomfortable at first. Like after years of putting everyone else first, it can feel very selfish to prioritize your own needs, but it's a necessity. It is a necessity. Sign number nine, you feel like you're just going through the motions. You're responsible, you're capable, you're doing everything that needs to be done. But sometimes, but sometimes inside you, you're quietly wondering, is this really my life? Sign number nine, you feel like you're just going through the motions. You're responsible, you're capable, you're doing what needs to be done, but something inside you quietly wonders, is this really my life? Is this really all there is? Is there ever going to be more, right? Sign number 10, you miss yourself. Sometimes the deepest feeling is simply this: you miss the version of you who felt more connected, more present in your own life, more alive inside of your own life, brought more joy to your life, right? If you recognize yourself in some of these signs, I want you to understand this. You're still in there. Most women lose themselves slowly through years of caring for everyone else. And losing yourself doesn't mean that you're gone. It simply means that there's a part of you that's ready to come back into your own life again. And that return, it doesn't have to happen through huge changes. It can be simple, small, gentle steps that help you reconnect with yourself. So today, we talked about 10 signs that you may have lost yourself in midlife, including things like not knowing who you are or what you want anymore, feeling disconnected from your own life, or constantly prioritizing others, the emotional exhaustion, the invisibility, and quietly missing you. Recognizing these signs is often the first step in returning to you. If this conversation resonated with you, I invite you to join my Simple Stride Snapshot, where every week I share gentle practices, affirmations, and encouragement that help midlife women to reconnect with themselves and to feel more present in their own lives again. Get on the list. You can find the link below in the description, and I would love to hear from you. Which of these signs felt most familiar for you? Let me know in the comments. And if this topic spoke to you, the next video in this series is going to talk about something that a lot of midlife families or women are experiencing right now: what it is like when your adult kids move back home and the nest suddenly becomes full again. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss that conversation. Thank you for being here, and I am so glad that you're a part of this community.